Mahala Turner with North Carolina Down Syndrome Alliance. A couple weeks ago, I shared some tips for at-home learning with math, and today I'm back to talk about share some reading tips with you guys. So we know that individuals with Down syndrome tend to have a strength with visual memory skills. And when we apply that knowledge and that strength to reading instruction, we know and we learn that they learn best with whole word reading or sight word reading as opposed to phonics based reading. So today we're going to talk about 3 quick ways you can incorporate that whole word or sight word reading into your at-home learning. The first is an online free homeschool curriculum. The name of it is Easy Peasy Homeschool. And if you Google that and then go to the all-in-one homeschool website, you will see on the right side all of the different courses that are offered, and you will want to click on Getting Ready McGuffey Primer. This will be appropriate for anybody that already has a good concept of letter names and letter sounds. So once you're there, then you will begin with lesson 1 and each day work through those lessons. They are broken down day by day, and I've just pulled, I think this is lesson 11, and this is what it looks like. It wants you or your child to practice reading these sight words that are specific to each day 3 or 4 times throughout the day, and then moving on after that to practicing the sight words within a text. So this is just really quick what it looks like when they're practicing the words in isolation. You see the word, and then when they click on it,
Get.
they can hear the word this. Click on it.
This.
And they go through this.
Get.
And then once they finish reading all of the words in isolation, a green check mark will appear to know that they have cycled through that one round of practice. And so once they've practiced those words a few times, like I said, 3 or 4 times, it could be more times than that in a day. It could be over the span of 2 or 3 days. Just, move at your own pace. Then they will read the text that goes along with those words. So this is an example of what the text for lesson 11 looks like. It is a little old-fashioned, but they're reading. So, for example, for lesson 11, it says, this is a fat hen. The hen has a nest in the box. She has eggs in the nest. A cat sees the nest and can get the eggs. So not only are they learning new words, but this also builds each day and incorporates words that they learned on day 2 into day 22 or 32. So they continue to build on their skills. So that's way number 1. That's easy peasy homeschool. Number 2, fry phrases. So I'm sure that you guys have seen sight word list or even done some flashcards with sight words. And those are just practicing the most commonly used words in isolation. He, she, it, and, me, I, you, we, they, go, come, be. So it's great when you can read those words in isolation, but then we want to take that to the next step. And the next step would be, maybe we're not ready to read the words in full sentences or paragraphs, but we can read the words in phrases. And so if you Google, once again, fry phrases, which is Frye phrases, you will find lots of different information. I personally like Tim Rosinski's list of fry phrases. He uses the first one, he breaks it down like 100 words, 200 words, the first 300 words, and so on. So then you can make flashcards or you can get creative with how you want to do that, but these are just some examples of fry phrases. Give them to me. At your house. This is a good day. Come and get it. By the water. The people. So you can see, I'm sorry those are backwards to you guys, but you can see that we're not only reading words in isolation now, but in phrases, which builds on the skill of reading words and gets us ready to begin reading longer text. And then the third thing I wanted to share with you is that We have been fortunate in that NCDSA has purchased a subscription for reading A to Z, and I found that can be very overwhelming when you visit the website. There's so many great resources, and it's just full of different types of text and skills, and it can be very overwhelming. So I just want to share with you where I would start personally is with the nursery rhymes, poems, and songs. We know that individuals with Down syndrome tend to love music, and there's a lot of research that supports that music is a great motivator for learning how to read, and just a great system and a way to present new skills for to have success with reading. So anyway, on the A to Z learning, there is a specific spot where you can find nursery rhymes, music, and poems. And I would suggest starting there, especially if you're not sure what level your child is reading at. You haven't gotten that information from their teacher, so you don't know where to start on reading A to Z. And if you do have their current reading level from their teacher, then you should be able to find appropriate text within the reading A to Z that you can use at home. And if you need help doing that, please let me know. I'm happy to help. So anyway, those are my 3 tips. Easy peasy homeschool, fry phrases, and reading A to Z. Thanks. Have a great weekend.